Hello everyone, Jessica here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. For this card I'm using the July inked Mermaid stamp along with a couple dies and a stencil. Alright, so using my travel stamp platform, I'm stamping the Mermaid stamp onto a piece of Neenah Solar White 80-pound cardstock. The ink I'm using is MFT Extreme Black Ink because I will be coloring this image with Copics, and this is just the one I'm using at the moment. I also stamped the sentiment that comes in this set, but I won't be using this stamped one. I'm going to stamp it in a different way. I'm using a piece of pink glitter paper, and this is from Simon Says Stamp that came in the July 2018 card kit. And I'm using just a small portion of it. I only have the one piece, so I gotta make this last. But this stuff is really gorgeous, and I might need more colors. So I'm just stamping the mermaid's top portion so that I can fussy cut it out and paper piece that, which will happen a little later in the video. For the next step, I'm using my glass media mat, and I'm taping cardstock directly to it with washi tape. Then I tape the stencil over the cardstock. I'm using Hickory Smoke in a distress ink and an ink blender. This stencil has some pretty small areas, but it is pretty easy to get that foam blender into those crevices. And since I've used washi tape, I can easily peek underneath and see what my coverage looks like. And of course, the best part of using stencils is always the reveal. I wanted to color the mermaid in pink and teal for the color throwdown challenge, which the colors are pink, teal, and gray. I'll have the Copic list available below and also on my blog if you're interested. The coloring is pretty simple, but I do think I'm getting better at hair because I've been doing a lot of hair recently. Also, I'm not coloring the top because that is where the pink glitter piece will go. So I colored the hair and tail first, then do the skin and add some pink to her cheeks. No dyes are available for this one, so I fussy cut it out. And then to add the glitter top, I use my tweezers and some multi-medium matte glue and just adhere that right over the stamp image. I love how this looks. It's just really fun, very glittery, but there's no mess to this glitter, which is my favorite kind of glitter. I'm using my Big Shot to cut the stenciled panel down with a Stitch Rectangle Die, one of my go-to dies. Then I use some circle dies on the same stencil panel. And these are from We Are Memory Keepers. They're the nesting circle dies. I was thinking of bubbles at the time when I was making this. At first I wanted to have the circles go from largest up to the smallest. That seemed more appealing to me, but fun fact, bubbles gain size as they travel up through the water because there is less pressure as it rises to the surface. So there you go. Taping the circle dies down, I run that through my Big Shot. This set did not come with lip stamps like the other Ink Girls, but they are all sized the same. So I'm using one from another and stamping it in Picked Raspberry Distress Oxide ink. For the sentiment, I'm going to heat emboss on vellum. First, I trace the largest circle onto the vellum, so I know where to stamp, and using my stamp platform again, I stamp it with Versafine ink and emboss it with clear embossing powder. This is my go-to for any kind of black heat embossing. Then I can erase the pencil mark and cut the vellum down to fit behind the circle cutouts, which I then layer with Simon's Smoke Cardstock. I thought it looked kind of nice with the frosty gray look. After that, All of it gets adhered to a Neenah Solar White 110-pound card base. I like the look of the white on top of the white, so that's why there's not a whole lot of color, and it will make that mermaid really stand out. I attached the mermaid with liquid glue, then I fixed a few places where the Copic's bled outside the lines with the colorist blender. And then I add shimmer to those pearls and her tail with a Spectrum Noir glitter pen. I thought it needed some more shine, so I grabbed my container of sequins. This container is from Joann's, and it has mostly Doodlebug sequins in it. I bought one of their variety packs, so you get a whole bunch of different colors. I scatter just the pearlescent white ones across the panel, so each color has like a traditional color, a pearlescent, and then a metallic. So there's like a variety for each color. They're all very pretty, but I wanted just the pearlescent ones for this one. So I adhere those down with tweezers and multimedia matte glue. Then I add some small white dots with Nuvo crystal drops in gloss white and just scatter those between the large circle cutouts and the sequins. I also used glossy accents on her tail and her headpiece, and then in the center of each sequin too. And that's it from me. Stay tuned for a few pictures. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You can connect with me on Instagram or email me directly or comment below with any questions you might have about card making. All the products I used today are linked on my blog. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to see the latest videos from me. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Meh, meh.